Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
Good evening and namaste, my explorers. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country by far. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are taking an unorthodox approach. I understand that in the field of mental health, in the field of quote-unquote self-help, we are under a deluge of lies, of attacks, of violence. Well, tonight we are taking a truly healthy approach. How do we make our limitations work for us? That and much more tonight on Explorations. Good evening, explorers. How are we all doing tonight? Namaste to you. My name is Leslie. As you all know, it's wonderful to see so many familiar usernames in chat. Blessings and namaste to all of you. I'm sure you've all had a very robust Thursday, and tonight we're really going to get down to business. Tonight is all about making our limitations work for us tonight on Explorations. Too often, the leaders in our communities, be they spiritual, be they mental health, or otherwise, constantly giving other people advice of how to succeed, how to exceed your limits. Ladies and gentlemen, that's just simple poppycock. That's just simple hogwash. That is not true. That will never happen. And so if it's impossible, why would you try to do it? Why would you define your idea, your trail, your path in life based on a task that is impossible to do? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the cornerstone of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And tonight we're going to take that cornerstone and we're going to take some leaps from that cornerstone. Tonight, I'm going to show you all how to make these limitations work for you, not to exceed them, not to work, not to try, not to seize an opportunity. No, we are to operate within our limits because our limits are absolute. Namaste. So how are we all doing tonight in chat? It's wonderful to be with you. How are we doing? It's wonderful to see you. Crush your pants. You've been here long enough to know this is live. Namaste to you, Crusher. Thank you so much for chiming in. I really appreciate that. But of course it's live. Of course it's live. Namaste. Baba Hawk, blessings and namaste to you as well. It's wonderful to be with you. Mother Nipplebottom, good to see you as well. I see you connecting about art with Brother Picaro. And that really makes my heart soar to see that. He's one of our most prolific artists here. A lot of people get upset with how frequently he produces his art, but he is undeterred. He has a spirit. All the other stuff I'm not sure about, but namaste to you, to the both of you. Space Cat, blessings and namaste. Good to see you. Fluxstorm, good to see you. Brother Fluxstorm is with us tonight. Can we get some namastes for Fluxstorm tonight? It's wonderful to be with you. Blessings. Thank you for joining us tonight, Flux. Laser Focus, good to see you as well. Arcane, namaste. Craigulators, also good to see you, brother. Craigulators, one of my producers, somebody that's been here for nigh the entire run here on Twitch.tv. Namaste to you, Craigulators. Grandpa Liquor, also Yolopotamus, also wonderful. Wonderful to see all of you guys. Welcome on into Explorations. So as I said, guys, tonight is devoted to making our limitations work for us. No more are we going to, it's easy to say. I know it sounds like a thing that we say all the time, and I get it, Leslie, I get it. I see how effective it can be, but no, you've seen nothing yet. Tonight, I'll be taking calls one-on-one. Each caller tonight will get a one-on-one assessment of our strengths, of our weaknesses with me, Leslie Tanner, and I will give you a plan of attack of how to essentially not exceed those limitations. I'm Robert Kopp. Hi, Guru. The program fucking works and Misha's the best. Namaste. I'll pass it next time I see her. I'll pass that along. Namaste to you, M. Robert. And thank you so much. Happy 28 months. Happy 28 months with M. Robert Kopp. Namaste to you. It's wonderful to be with you, like I said. Hypocryptomatic, good to see you as well. Pepperoncini says I'm more important because I'm donating, and that's that trademark humor that we come to expect from someone like Pepperoncini. But ladies and gentlemen, there's also a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that. I absolutely give a sort of very biased favor towards those that are supporting the program, financially supporting the program, and it's not simply just for my own benefit or the benefit of the program. Ladies and gentlemen, I biasly favor those that contribute more to the program to teach a lesson to everyone. Teaching a lesson to everyone. The pain and the discomfort and the limitations of having less. This is a tremendous lesson in and of itself. Some would say the most potent spiritual lesson in all of existence. Pepper never lies. Namaste. Stone Monster, blessings to you. Now, guys, so we have a couple orders of business to get to before we launch ourselves into tonight's theme. I'm very excited to do that with you. Not all of us can afford success, Yolopotamus. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Yolopotamus hitting it out of the park early tonight. Namaste to you. When you have less, it does feel bad. That's 100% true. And that's a lesson that we really, really, really need to keep in perspective. Really need to keep in perspective, because these success gurus, these people who are trying to gear you towards success, they're abusing you. They're lying to you. They're operating in such a selfish manner. They don't care about you. And I hear tonight we're dispelling that lie. We're dispelling that lie. Limitations hurt, and that's how you know they're helpful. Limitations hurt, and that's how you know you're helpful. So our first step towards the next level tonight will be identifying our limitations. Then, how do we work within them? Namaste. All in just a little bit. We're gonna be getting into that. But before that, guys, couple orders of business, couple of quick announcements. First of all, we do have an Explorer of the Month. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, namaste, pre-breakfast banana with 777 bits. Much better than Fluxstorm Zero's one single bit. Namaste to you. Blessings, can we get some namastes for pre-breakfast banana, and also a thank you for launching us off into a Jazz Express. I wish this would stop. Namaste. SH10151, 33 months with that SH10151. Can you believe the commitment? Can you believe the support from brother SH10151? Namaste to you. Namaste. 5 bits from Psyduck with a gun saying, suck me, fuck me, jazz me up, daddy. Psyduck with a gun, really horny tonight. Psyduck with a gun, really wanting to be milked, wanting to be tugged, wanting to be jacked off. The penis throbbing, aching, screaming out loud. Psyduck with a gun, namaste. Thank you for painting a picture of your penis tonight for us. Blessings to you in advance for the cum that I hope for you to achieve tonight. Yes. Namaste. And so, guys, tonight, I want you to think about your limitations. Now, I know some of you have some public limitations that we speak about night to night, day to day, night to night. We speak about some public limitations that you all have. For example, XXV, his wife died, right? His wife died a couple months ago, and he's very much in mourning, torn in a million different directions, 2 of which being wanting to feel like he has a powerful penis. He's expressed wanting to turn out lesbians, if we remember that. But at the same time, feeling so castrated, so powerless, and so mournful that he can't even imagine. He's actually taken in one of these new, one of the more modern queer identities of just asexuality, which is so funny. Which is so funny to me as a therapist to imagine. My penis is destroyed, limp, cut off. I'm lost. But at the same time, a desire for my penis to be so powerful to bend the will of the most hardened lesbian imaginable. Namaste. So, for example, this is a limitation of XXV. A limitation we know about. A limitation he's discussed before. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not looking for something that makes you feel good, that gives you a little brand, that gives you a little identity. No, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking for humiliation. I'm looking for embarrassment. I'm looking for you to truly lay it all on the line and tell me a limitation you have so that we can use it as a path to the next level. Pepperoncini, Leslie, did you get castrated in an NPR studio today? That's so funny. Namaste to you, Pepperoncini. Namaste. Pepperoncini, thank you so much again for those 20 bits. I really appreciate that. I know how hard it is to come across 20 bits these days. The economy is doing bad. Jobs drying up. They're simply not paying what they used to. So every single little bit I get all night tonight is going to go directly. I want you to know there's not another stream on this platform that funnels that uses the bits in a more effective way. A lot of times people, I'm joking around. I'm providing content. I'm providing sociality. Therefore, please donate money to me. I have breasts. I have a penis. No, mostly I have breasts on Twitch. Hey, please donate to me. But for me, it's no. Give me some bits, I suppose, but give the program some bits. You felt what it can be like to transform here. You felt how effective these tools of transformation can be. Namaste. Namaste to each of you. Namaste to each of you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I owe you, I owe you, but you're going to have to explain it before I pay out. Namaste. Okay, well, that's not for me. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and make some announcements and open up the lines. I'm very excited to speak to all of you. I'm going to take my little neck strap off. All right, let's go ahead, guys. So first and foremost, you know, we had a big mail day the other day, didn't we? Didn't we have a big old mail day? We opened about 3 pieces of mail. One was a big package full of a bunch of snacks and cute little things for my roommate, but all the snacks had milk in them. That was very offensive, to be honest. I did not appreciate that, and I wish a little more thought and compassion went into that, at least a fraction of what I give to you all. Maybe send me some snacks that don't have milk. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. It's also in the About section below. Namaste in advance. Also, guys, if you're looking for access to the private stream this Saturday, I'll be holding a private stream. We'll be hosting a holistic nature a somatic nature exercise. Somatic nature exercise. Namaste. ZXC. Namaste to you. Blessings. Thanks for being with us tonight. 2 nights in a row. ZXC, I miss you. Blessings to you. Is this Leslie without a Celsius? I am sipping on an alternate beverage tonight. It might be without the Celsius. Maybe the Celsius is what's different. Because this does have some caffeine, but not as much fun stuff as a Celsius. I'll tell you that. Fidgety fools around. I can do it. So the allure, if you're looking to see the program as it is truly meant to be, we have been hosting a private stream on our own independently hosted streaming platform. Namaste, ladies. All the namaste, ladies. All the functionality, all the buttons, all the this, that, and the other, plus even more over on the privately hosted streaming platform on for my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Just for a couple dollars a month, you even get the amount that you pledged. You get that amount in essentially the bits to use. So that's fun, right? So if you pledge $5, you get 500 bits to use on our privately hosted streams on Saturday nights. Namaste to you. The link is in the chat. A couple more details about that a little later this evening. Now, before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, psychic emergency. Holy moly. Mother Nipple Bottom, thank you.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Mother Nipple Bottom to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 400 dummies, 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 dummies. Repeat. Cheer 400 dummies, 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 dummies. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste, Mother Nipple Bottom. Really beautiful psychic emergency. I know it can be very alarming to get an emergency and have a message raised to that level of urgency, but sometimes it's important. That's why we have it there. I appreciate you utilizing our system. Communal vision real quick from Fram Weird. I like talking to Mother Nipple Bottom. It's like you get to learn what it feels like immediately after having a stroke. I think Fram Weird is getting at is that it trying to understand the cryptic style. Some might say cryptic, some might say ephemeral. Style that Mother Nipple Bottom sometimes utilizes in communication is confusing to Fram. Fram appreciates more straightforward, concrete style of communique. Namaste to you. I appreciate you letting everybody know, letting the world hear your mind. Blessings and namaste for that perspective. Now, before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, we do have an announcement I've made a couple times, but I'm extremely excited to make today. extremely excited to make today. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's August very soon, right? August is breathing down our necks, and it'll be here before we know it. And last August, we began something that I hope to continue every single August in perpetuity until the Lord or the powers that be strike me down in resentment of the light that we build here at this personal power program. But ladies and gentlemen, but until that happens, until that day comes, every August we'll now host the Power of Silence subathon. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, beginning the first Monday of August, August 3rd at 9 a.m. Central, I will begin with the clock at 24 hours, and we will host yet another Power of Silence subathon. A subathon, absolutely silent, no words, open line, nothing but you, me, uncapped, perpetual time together, complete in silence. Now, we explore the question. It says power of silence, but it's a question, right? Not an answer. We don't have answers here. We have only questions. Now, we ask the question, is it powerful? Is it powerful? Monday, 9 a.m. Central Time. And the rules will be the same as always. $1 a minute, and there will be some new merch on the store that counts. So if you buy something from the store on the website, there will be a new t-shirt. There will be a couple new things up there. If you do utilize that, you will, in fact, get $1 a minute added to the clock. So for every $1 you spend, a minute is added to the clock. Namaste. Very exciting stuff, though. I'm very excited to do that with you all. I always appreciate that time, especially as it gets into the later days of the subathon and really starts testing our will, and we start seeing, the nothingness in between us really sort of collapse in on itself and do a more distilled, more compressed form of nothingness in between us. Namaste in advance, though. I'm very excited to spend that time with you. Onion plug. Yep, it's coming. We got some new stuff. I know. You're. It's always so funny how frequently, I wish my team could keep up with your ravenous hunger to support for making our limitations work for us. Exactly, pre-breakfast banana. Exactly. That's when it gets psychedelic. When it gets into the later days, you really start questioning a lot of things. And that's exactly why we do it. How long will it go if no one gives? If no one gives, it'll just be 24 hours. I set the clock at 24 hours at the beginning. Oh my goodness gracious. Guys, can we please welcome a brother of devoted light? Or I don't even know what you are, but you're a boy to me now. Arcane Services. Arcane Services. In honor of Leslie. DV. Is DV, Mother Nipple DV, 10,000 to DV. Is that, the Department of Domestic Violence. Thank you, Arcane. Thank you. I appreciate that. 872-205-9484. Domestic violence. 10,000 to domestic violence in honor of Leslie. And I appreciate it. I'm glad that my name is associated with that. It's important to just with those types with the money at the charities, the anthropologists, or whatever you call them, you got to make sure you get your name in the you got to exist among them. It's a game. That networking game is not for the faint of heart. I'll tell you that. But you got to do it. 872-205-9484. Yeah, so I think that's important. I think, well, A lot of people, when they discuss domestic violence, they don't even think about the other side of the story. They see the battered victim and they think, oh no. But as a therapist, you have to understand, I have to see things from a million different perspectives. I use empathy as my guide, right? And empathy makes you ask the question, did they deserve it? Did they deserve it? Did they in fact deserve it? Or what did they do to deserve it? I guess is the more the poignant question. Arcane Services, yeah, not sorry. I was going to call in about the disability of being a woman, but Guru made me a dude, so never mind. Yeah. Turned away. Thank you for your enthusiasm, though. Why isn't the chat on the screen? There we go. Real quick affirmation for ladies. The question isn't can you overcome your limitations? It's a wonder that they haven't crushed you already. Sociopathogen, namaste to you. That was for ladies. That's for our ladies out there. Socio is a boy. I do know that. Socio is a boy, and he gave a gift to the girls tonight with that affirmation for women. Namaste. JJZ is back in the Discord. I thought that for a long time, JJZ. I thought that was JIZ. I thought your nickname was just Jizz. Didn't know that. Over a year, I referred to you as Jizz. Mother Nipple Bottom with a quick communal vision. Can't wait to get this perspective. Thanks, Mother Nipple Bottom. I can't reach the top shelf, so I just stopped using all that stuff. The Leslie Tanner Marie Kondo method. Namaste. That's interesting, right? Limits. Mother Nipple Bottom being a shorter woman, unable to reach those top shelves. Limited physically. And also, let's just be honest, motivation, willpower. You could have gotten a step ladder. Lord knows you probably got one around that casa of yours, the casa, and you just said no. You said fuck it, and I love that. That's not Marie Kondo. She seems nice. She seems nice. You know, she's a cute girl, but honestly, an abomination. What she spreads is an abomination. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Guru, Psyduck.
Psyduck, good to hear from you, brother. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good. Sounds like you're doing a little bit better. You're very even keel tonight.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I feel a little calmer. I'm not drinking a Celsius. That might be the
No, that may
factor.
be it. That may be it. Guru, on the topic of Celsius, I had 2 Celsius this morning, or in between this morning and this afternoon, and it made me feel absolutely fucking crazy.
No, that's where you want. That's what you want out of a drink like Celsius, right?
Now when you're at work trying to wrap up your second to last day of work, sending out emails, trying to make like documentation, like feeling cracked out, and then also these people from the city came to the office today, and they were inspecting the building because I guess it's about to get sold, but not my problem because I don't work there after tomorrow.
Right. So the limitation we're discussing right now is your unemployment, right? You don't have a job lined up yet, right?
No, that's not true, Guru.
You
That's
do in
not
fact
true.
have one lined up?
Guru, by the stars that have aligned, I had an interview Monday and got an offer letter by Tuesday of this week. So my last day is Friday at my current position, and then I start the new job on Monday. So no lapse in employment. Don't have to file for unemployment like one of those poors. So I do have a limitation in that it is a contract to employ at the new position. So, I could just work there for a little while and they could kick me to the fucking curb like little worm.
Listen,
but
Celsius is it sounds like this is the opposite of a limitation. You've been granted, reprieve from poverty.
yeah, but I don't have health insurance for, 3 months, which, boo-hoo me. But also I have a lot of brain problems that require certain medications.
What's wrong with you?
Guru, I think you know what's wrong with me.
Say it again. Say it out loud. Say it for all of us to follow along. Say them. Why are you stuttering? What's the problem? Say it all out.
Why am I stuttering? Okay, talking to the captain of that boat. Look, this is for private explorations. I don't need to. People here know my diagnosis.
Do you have? Oh, you've got depression, right? Clinical depression.
A little bit.
I would say probably some sort of anxiety disorder, right?
A little bit.
Do you have a personality disorder?
What does that entail?
Like borderline, or something in that branch. Pepperoncini, certified retard.
That is correct. That is diagnosed. Mm-hmm.
So you're mentally retarded.
What most would consider yes.
Caller smells like Taco Bell, says Fram Weard.
He's still jelly from another conversation. But that's fine.
Well, listen,
thank you, Fram.
As somebody brought, I just glanced over at chat for a moment, and I did notice Yolopotamus made a really interesting point. Scared of your penis. So, listen, I think that your reticence, your hesitation to just say what's wrong with you, I don't know what you're afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. Nobody knows you're
scared of my penis. I violently manipulate myself multiple times a day. So, I mean, that could be construed as being afraid of it by trying to, do something to it, I guess. I don't know. Chop it off, says Azrael. I've considered.
Usually when somebody violently manipulates something, ultimately there's somewhere in that onion of emotional response, emotional, terrarium, so to speak, there is a layer of fear. And I have to say, we don't, I think somewhere there is a fear relating to your penis. So what's wrong with you?
I haven't thought about that.
Histrionic personality disorder, reactive personality, like there's a, it's a whole, I don't think you have one of them. Basically, you would say yes. So you're one of these these millennials that have depression and anxiety, huh?
Maybe.
Listen, if you're going to play this game with me, I don't think we can proceed any further. You're doing this thing where you
it ebbs and flows, Guru. I have no idea. Okay.
What do you mean you don't know? You have medication. You've been prescribed something, ostensibly because you've been diagnosed.
Well, not for depression, only for ADHD.
Okay, ADHD.
Which,
there we go.
Sometimes they link to, it's like, oh, you have like, and then it's like, well, your brain's too fucked up, and you think so fast, and then they're like, oh, well, let's give you amphetamines to regulate your brain, which for most people that would speed it up, but if you're, fucked up, then it's like, ooh. It's kind of like, drinking a couple Celsius, except without the additives of the Celsius that make you all weird. Because, mainline like a 40 milligram Addy all day. Not going to make me tweaking. I'm going to drink 2.5, 3 Celsius. I'm going to feel like my skin is itching and I'm going to jump out a window. So...
Listen, it looks like there's some very useful suffering in your very near future, though. I got to say, if you're, one of these people, for lack of a better diagnosis, ADHD, I don't think they even really understand what they're doing in that diagnosis or what they're prescribing. But so essentially, you're one of, you're a guinea pig, but you're not even like a special guinea pig in that. You're just like
no, I'm just a big fat pig at the
you're just a big fat
at the
pig.
Pharmacy station,
and you're about to be a big fat torture pig.
Yeah,
Communal vision, mother nipple bottom. Maybe ditch the psychiatrist and just embrace your limitations. So that's kind of what I was getting at. I think you're in a position to really remind yourself of who you are and what your limitations are, rather than sort of running from the truth of your own limits, your own inadequacies, I will call them. You're going to be steeped in the reality of those things.
I feel like I did that for 25 plus years of my life. And yeah, objectively, since taking, any sort of medications after the fact, it really kind of has made my life for the worse in more ways than one. So, I've really been on the train lately of, doctors really don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're in this quote unquote profession for 8 years in college or whatever. It's like, and how much medicine can progress in that time, and then by the time you're going to get out, you tell me, oh, I have a tummy ache. Take this. What? But is this also going to give me some sort of HPV or some sort of incurable cancer down the road? So I think all modern medicine we should kind of just throw to the side.
Listen, Psyduck, listen. Once we started tapping into the very real pain about the reality of your mind and how inadequate it is, you have said more embodied truths in the past like 60 seconds than you have in the past like 5 calls. You're not stuttering, you're not denying, you're not avoiding, you're not playing a game with me. You're simply saying you don't trust doctors, you think they're bullshit, and the medications are hurting you. Do you see the corner we just turned?
I see it, Guru.
All right, namaste, Psyduck. Thanks so much.
All right, bye.
$613 Chris is pissing vinegar tonight. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, Guru. Sadek, real quick. Just calling back in to say the limitations, not only of me but of the chat, is that no one else is calling in. Big pussy energy tonight. I want everyone to quit being a little bitch and call in. Namaste. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.
Namaste. Fidgety fools around, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, Fidgety. Blessings to you. Communal vision from Namaste from Psyduck with a gun. The limitations of chatters are simply constructs applied upon us by cowardly leaders and jackals. Free yourself, call into the program, and ejaculate your limitations. Interesting. 25 bits from Socio.
People are doing more shopping online these days than ever before.
Namaste. No caller from Pepperoncini. Namaste. Eight 872-205-9484. Making our limitations work for us tonight on Explorations. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Big Al, it's just me, Jenny.
Jenny, it's good to hear from you, hon. How are you tonight?
Throw up city.
You threw up? You've been throwing up a lot?
Like out of my eyes.
Throwing up out of your eyes. How does that work?
I think it means crying. I'm not sure. I don't associate things with emotions.
What's got you down? Why are you crying over there, Jenny? Why are you crying? What's going on? What's got you so down in the dumps?
Down in the dumps.
Can I guess?
It's going to take a lot more play blocks to get that out of me.
Can I take some guesses?
Do you want to?
I would like to.
All right. Give me 3, 2, 1 it, because you know I love that.
Yeah, ready? 3, 2, 1. Your dead dad.
No! God, what an asshole. No. Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
Relationship stuff with Big D. All right, that's that. Did you guys break up? What's going on?
I'm so well behaved, Les. I don't want to talk about it.
Azrael, blessings to you.
What?
I was just saying blessings to Azrael.
Okay,
So
blessings,
question
Azrael.
from the chat. Question from the chat, Jenny. Are you pregnant?
As Leslie, you know that's not possible. I have always been. I can't have babies from the time I was little. So that was a good question. I love that one actually.
Well, it could have been. Well, I guess it would be divine if you did, or it'd be satanic.
Ooh, like I could be like the Virgin Mary.
Yeah, you could be like the Virgin Mary, or you could be like, or it could be satanic. Like you could be have birthed the Antichrist.
And then it would have 3 arms though. And be creepy as fuck. I'd kill it immediately.
So, okay, so listen. So I think you're crying because of a relationship thing. And tell us what's going on with the relationship with Big D.
He's gonna get mad because he can hear me.
Is he in chat right now?
Probably.
Why don't you go ahead and tell Leslie what's going on?
He got mad because, you know what? I don't even friggin' care. And here's the thing, because like I love him and I do everything right and I'm very good and I behave.
Of course.
And I came in for 15 seconds because I wanted to see what you were talking about and I wanted to say hi to Stoney and say that I love him because I miss him. And I disrespected him because I didn't tell him first. Because his phone doesn't work like that, so he can't hear me, I can't hear him. When I came...
Are you crying or laughing right now?
I'm sorry, I was crying a little bit.
All right. Also, can I ask you another question? Kind of a personal question.
Are you gonna... Don't hurt me more, please?
Jenny. Is this a fetish thing?
What do you mean?
Like he tells you what to do and calls you my little Discord kitten, and you're like, yes, Daddy, I'll make sure I check in with you before I go to this different VC. Like, do you get sad, but does the control kind of like arouse you?
Well, I mean, I feel like I need a measure of control.
Okay, so that's not a no, Jenny.
Yeah.
What? Does the control allow you to access your body in a way that you can't otherwise? It's okay if yes. I'm just curious. I'm just trying to understand.
Now you're talking about like our personal sexual life.
Exactly. Yeah. I told you I was going to ask you a personal question.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Yeah, I want him to do that. Like, I want him...
Right.
Like, but then, it's like, I told him it was 15 seconds. He's going to be so mad at me. I'm going to get played for this. And just yelled at for 2 hours. He's going to get so mad at me. And I don't find that arousing, by the way.
Being yelled at for 2 hours?
Because I sit through it and I cry.
Well, it sounds to me like you must like it on some level, or else you could just close the tab or something like that, right?
That's a good close the tab. That's such a shitty thing to say, man. I want to, like, we're going to get married, and I just wish he wouldn't get so mad at me, all the time. And you know who the guy is. What's that?
Can I wed you guys?
Oh, my God. If you get your license.
I'm licensed right now. I could do it whenever.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, Les, that's so super cool. Look, that's one good thing that came from this convo. I can tell him that because he's like, oh, if you want to go talk to Les, I'll be like, bro, we made plans that he can wed us.
I can do that. And you know what? you'd be my first official Explorations wedding, and I would do it for free for you guys.
Oh, thank you so much. I just put my hand in the right chin like that old-timey thing that they do. Oh, thank you so much. I'll let them know. So, look, that's a wonderful thing that came to us. I just don't want to be yelled at anymore.
Right. So, a couple options. Have you tried exploring this? Because I know you guys interact primarily on Discord. Is that still true?
We interact on Discord?
Yeah. Is it primarily on Discord that you guys interact?
No.
What's your main mode of interaction then?
I mean, phone. I talk to his mom.
On the phone, you guys text each other and stuff?
Yeah, we talk to each other. We're with each other 24 hours a day.
I mean, physically with each other?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, so listen, Jen, I think that this is a deeply flawed relationship that you're in. And I don't mean that necessarily as a criticism, even though I do mean it as a criticism. But if I'm
He's gonna get super mad at you.
Now, listen, I understand that he feels threatened by me, right? He feels threatened by, I don't know, whatever his perception is of me. And I welcome any honest, good faith discussion, because I really do believe in you and I believe in him, and I want to see the both of you flourish the way I could see it happen, right?
Of course. Yeah.
So listen, first of all, tell him I'm open to discussion whenever. But secondly, I think that, when I say that you're deeply flawed, I say that because it's obvious and egregious. And because of that, I think that's exactly why you should be married.
Can you pause for a second?
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to talk about how often you're using the word egregious lately. What's up with that?
I will not be discussing that with you.
Because it's kind of a gross word. I don't like hearing it, and it's just kind of a gross word.
Yeah,
and I just know you've been throwing it around a lot.
I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to modify my behavior.
and you know I'm right, but go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
Well, anyway, I do think that you guys should. I'd be happy to wed you guys, but I do think you guys.
Oh my
should
God,
be married.
you would be the first? But wait, hold on. Don't we have to get like stuff from the government?
You have to get some forms. We could look into how to do that. Raji says, "Don't marry him, Jen. I love you," says Raji.
As if I am going to marry this bitch. And Leslie, wouldn't that be the coolest if you did it?
It would be amazing.
All right, I'll talk to him.
We just got to research how to get it done, but I'm ready to get that done,
Yeah, I think
as soon as you guys are comfortable. I'd love to consult with you two before we do it, though, just to make sure we're all on the same page.
Oh my God. Oh, that's what they do in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be like our priest?
We're
going to have a little bit of talks. And,
I wouldn't claim to have any kind of the same spiritual authority that a priest does. I think that's obscene.
Do you want to get... Actually, now I just remembered your outfit from
I have a recurring dream in which my body is taken against its will by a large, dark pink flower floating above my childhood home. I convulse and shoot foam from every hole until I shrivel up like a craisin. It's excruciating, each and every...
All right, quota's over. Namaste, Psyduck.
Which one was it?
It was the dream of, there's like a flower floating above my childhood home.
Oh, sure. Oh, I love that. That's like I think that's my favorite one. It's so...
I'm glad that you
Well,
enjoyed
it's very in depth. Very in depth.
Now, Jenny, listen, let's get this in the books, because when I say that you guys are deeply and egregiously flawed as a couple, I mean it
Here, there
sincerely.
it is. Egregious.
I mean it sincerely.
God damn.
I mean it seriously. But because of those flaws, not in spite of those flaws, not after working on those flaws, but because of those flaws, you guys should be married as soon as possible. Because
Do you promise that you won't marry anybody else before us?
I promise. As long as we...
You promise that?
Yeah, I promise. You'll be the first.
Years of friendship. You
Yep.
promise that on me.
I promise that on you.
Ah, Leslie, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, Pam.
Let's talk about it, okay? We'll get this set up, okay?
Wait.
613 Chris, I'd
I have a
be
question.
honored to. 613 Chris at YouTube, I'd be honored to officiate his DNR. He's a depressed young man tonight, and maybe like half the nights. Continue.
Isn't it funny that I've called you Big O for a while, and then friggin' Big D came around? Now, wait a minute. Yeah, I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got two thumbs and loves you, bud?
Who is it?
Scal.
Namaste. Namaste to you, Jenny. This is a treat to speak to you. Thanks for calling up.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Namaste, sweetheart.
Namaste.
872-205-9484. Making our limitations work for us. Namaste, caller. Welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hi, Guru. It's M. Robert Cop.
Look at that. It's M. Robert Cop, one of the brightest soldiers that we have here at Explorations. Sweet M. Robert Cop. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastically. I'm having a robust evening with my community exploring the theme tonight, which is, and let's get right down to business if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Making our limitations work for us. Now, you've seen a couple calls tonight, M. Robert. What's going on in that mind of yours? What are your reflections right now?
Well, for me, as you know, I have ADHD.
Right.
I'm also depressed and have
Right, sure.
anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, making that work for me, a lot of it, like, with ADHD, I do a lot of hyperfocus.
Sure.
So, like, sometimes it can seem like I'm a super genius on certain topics or things, but then other times I don't know, it can kind of make me an idiot too.
Right, exactly. So it's funny that, and this isn't the first time I've heard this report from somebody with, stricken with ADHD, that they find themselves, super skilled, like super versed in certain topics and certain skills. But then at the same time, it wasn't so long ago that they stuck you guys in special ed with like the really, really lost, like mentally retarded kids.
Mm-hmm.
Full on retarded. Not like true, like Down syndrome, just kind of pooping in the hallway kind of stuff with you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. How did that feel? Did you grow up in a situation like that, or did your school understand?
I was kind of in the middle, so I wouldn't necessarily say I was put in special ed, but then I was also kind of told I was gifted, but then like I wasn't in any of the gifted classes, but then like my teachers would say shit like, oh yeah, they're not paying attention, they must be cheating because they're getting things correct or whatever, and like stupid shit like that.
So you've always received conflicted messages, it sounds like, right?
Yeah,
Both,
yeah.
Talented, fucking inadequate, gifted, retarded almost.
All day, every day.
All day, every day. And I would imagine that really, who are you? What are you capable of? That I'm sure that it probably shakes your confidence a little bit, huh?
Oh, quite a bit.
Now, already we're cooking with gas. Now, many people, they get to experience one or the other, right? Let's say I worked with a young man named Austin who had Down syndrome, and he I said poop in the hallway specifically because he did poop in the hallway several times, most days of the week. He would poop behind I was working in a Catholic school at the time. He'd poop behind the St. Joseph statue at the end of the hallway, and he'd leave his little turds there. And and so, quick affirmation for fellas, listen, if you're considering religion, just go for it, and put your whole fucking pussy into it. As for disengaged TV, let's do one more for fellas. One more. I'm feeling generous for the fellas. One moment. Make this one a little more abstract. On the tip of a knife, you dance. Falling in either direction slices the skin of your inner thighs. What a unfortunate event. Okay. Namaste. There we got Tony G with some confidence about his intellectual abilities. That religion is for the intellectually constipated. And certainly that can be true. Certainly that can be true. But okay, so let's so many people. So he experiences mental retardation because he is this Austin guy, M. Robert. Then and we can all think of some big brainiac or that we all went to school with. Maybe some Asian kids that were like really good at the violin and got really good grades, and you were just kind of disgusted with them because they were just so good at every fucking thing, no matter what you did, and they were better than you at the age of 7 than you will ever be at pretty much anything you ever do. And that person only knows adequacy, right? Domination, superiority. But the excruciating experience of who are you, what are you capable of, a constant question mark, a constant exploration.
Yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums up my life. I mean, as you know, I'm non-binary, like,
right.
What the fuck, who the fuck,
what
everything.
Is that? What are you even? This, ladies and gentlemen, this really, people. Yeah, I was recently accused of being a sort of like a right-wing ideologue by a group of people. I think they weren't ultimately very familiar with the program, but because if they were familiar, they'd be versed in what we're talking about right now. Do we have an answer for what you are? No, we don't. We have no idea what you are. You look downstairs and you are confused on some level, huh?
Yeah.
And this doesn't feel good. It's part of a larger spiritual, we'll call it calamity. And not only is all that true, but it shows how ready you are for a program such as Explorations, right?
Yeah, damn right.
What was waiting for you at the bottom of the hill with tools of transformation to go even further downhill, right? Exactly. Now, I think, weirdly enough, I'd like to just kind of hear you speak a little bit about your undecided journey right now and how it feels, right? Because we talked about your skills, we talked about your gender. Are there any other areas of your life that you just have question marks? Like, what am I doing? Where am I going? Completely unsettled.
Pretty much everything. Like, I mean, some days I look and think like, wow, how did I get here?
Wow. Yeah, exactly. And you don't know where you're going. You're kind of just, your feet just don't touch the bottom of and the river's just carrying you. Where's something that a place that you would want to go, but unsure of whether you'll ever get there?
That's a tough question. I mean, I guess somewhere a point where like I I don't know, where I guess I feel confident in myself for, like, you know, because, like, I don't know, I'm always battling, like, good enough or not good enough type shit. So it's hard.
To a very significant degree, I can tell. You know, sometimes when people speak about their problems, it's easy to kind of just write it off because they're putting on a performance. Sometimes, you know, as a therapist, do you know what I'm talking about? Have you ever
I
talked to
do.
anybody like that? But sometimes you can tell when people just, you know, speak simply and directly about their problems. You can tell they've earned the words that they're using, and I feel that way about you right now. There's sort of self-evidence in your report of your experience tonight, and I thank you for that.
Well, thank you, Guru. I appreciate you listening.
Of course, and I will say that, listen, as long as you come back here, I will never provide you with an answer. This program will never resolve these problems for you.
Well, hell yeah, does the program fucking work?
Namaste.
Namaste.
That's our M. Robert cop, huh? Wow. Eight 872-205-9484. Real quick affirmation for days. I've said it once, I've said it a million times. You're not doing good, and nor should you. Namaste, Socio. Thanks for the non-binaries. Thank you for that. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
It goes, Baby Bradley.
Baby Bradley, how are we tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How old are you, baby?
I'm roughly 1.5 to 3.5 years old. It's you know, if you would put me in amber and cryodate me, then, you know.
Legally, I can't have you on the program. Namaste, baby. Maybe if we do a special exploration for babies. I legally can't speak to you. I just legally can't speak to you, baby Bradley. It's nothing personal. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
It goes, it's old Bradley. The guy who is definitely 18 plus years old.
Because you're an old man named Bradley.
I'm old Bradley.
You're just an old ass man named Bradley.
I'm the older man of the Bradley.
So you're like 65 plus. You're something old, right?
Oh, I'm 55. I'm 65 plus. I'm ready to withdraw my 401k, Guru, without penalties.
Okay. So listen, we're talking about our limitations tonight. What would you say your big limitations are, old man Bradley?
Basically, dealing with all these millennials out here trying to, they're too woke. They're saying, oh, the job market is so this, that, or whatever. And they're saying, oh, well, I'm so afraid of anyone having a different position than I am. Basically.
So what's your least favorite minority, old man Bradley?
If I really had to think about it, I think the Irish.
The Irish are your least favorite?
Yeah.
Why the Irish?
They're pretty annoying. Don't have a lot going on about them. Like to self promote themselves a lot. Without really dedicating anything to any sort of community that they claim to be themselves a part of.
So you have a problem with it. Do we have any Irish in our chat right now? I know we've got some Irish explorers.
I hope not, Guru. I hope not. If they do,
I know we have Pooh in the Alleyway. We have Alley Fan. We've got
the
Irish Island. I mean,
Pooh in the Alleyway. I apologize for if you were caught up in the recent regressions. Alley Fan, if you're watching or listening, which you're not, suck my dick from the back. Okay. You still there, Guru?
Yeah, pretty much still here.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate you calling in. Good luck with the hatred of the Irish. What would be your second least favorite? Give me your second least favorite minority.
I don't know if it counts.
It can't just be another kind of white person. It has to be something.
Oh, it can't be because I was gonna say the type of mid-Atlantic accent, like like
that's an accent.
Like,
that's not a.
Yeah, that's an accent.
That's not a demo.
Accent.
You said you hate millennial woke stuff. That's your biggest limitation, is dealing with woke millennials. So tell me your second least favorite minority. You could even still like them. Maybe you don't have a lot of hate in your heart, but if you really rank them, what's your second least favorite?
But I ranked them Filipinos.
Interesting. Do we have any Filipinos in chat? What's your beef with Filipinos?
Well, you can't follow up on that, Google. You can only ask me questions that I have answers to.
It's just a vibe thing.
Well, another vibe thing is saying bye-bye.
Okay. Namaste. Space Grime. Namaste. Who else? Oh, who is this caller? Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Well, they called me the Irish retard. Hi, choy. How you doing, Leslie?
I'm doing all right. High energy. It's nice to get a little bit of energy in the show.
Oh, yeah, I'm bringing a little bit of my Irish retard energy to the Explorations this evening. Here in Ireland, it's almost nearly 3 a.m., would you know? Hi, choy. I'm the Irish retard.
I would have guessed later.
No. Oh, Leslie. Bless your heart, Leslie. No, it's about 3 a.m. here in the Irish retard's here in Ireland, we keep people like me in an institution. Hi, choy.
Irish retard. Let's break it down, right? A lot of us know an Irish person, right? We might have an Irish person in our lives. And a lot of us might have a retarded person in our lives. You know, maybe someone with Down syndrome or some mental disability. But I don't think a lot of us know any Irish retarded people. What sets you guys apart?
Oh, we've got the Blarney Stone, so we're a bit more of a conversationalist than your normal American retard.
Oh, so you got the gift of gab.
We got the gift of gab. We could gab about, Paw Patrol for hours.
Is that your
I
favorite?
like Chance. Chance is my favorite. He's the firefighter.
Is that your favorite?
Oh, I love just kicking back and watching a film of Paw Patrol.
Now, how about maybe break us down some snacks, right? Because we got different regional snacks depending on what country we're from. Well, what kind of snacks would an Irish retard eat?
Oh, I just love getting my grubby little fingers on some Tito's. Some onion, sweet onion, and green chive Tito's.
That sounds really good.
I could eat about 7 or 8 bags in one sitting.
I'll bet you could. Are you a great?
Now
tell me, are you a great kind of a great big fat retarded guy?
Oh, I'm a bit on the heavier side. I really like to eat my corned beef and hash.
Yeah. And do you just eat it with your fingers, or do they give you any forks?
They don't give us any silverware or dishware of any sort. They basically are the trough of it. For all me and me fat retard lads, we all just go to town and just start devouring it, Sometimes if a little guy gets in there, he might get eaten up too. So you got to be careful with not get too much of a little guy in between the big two fatty retards.
Well, listen, another question, because it's really fun to explore differences here. Here we honor diversity and differences as a source of, interest, and we learn about each other here at Exploration. So in that spirit, I'd like to ask one more question about the kind of the retard scene in Ireland. Here in the States, we have a thing called Special Olympics, right? It's this thing where it's an Olympics, much like the regular Olympics, except it's only people with, disabilities of some kind, such as, physical or mental, where we sort of pretend like they're good at the sport, and then we just kind of feel, we watch them and we like laugh, but in a way that like that makes us good people. So do they have something like that there?
Oh no, they just throw stuff at us here in Ireland.
Okay, so just like rocks?
They'll throw spuds. A lot of spuds get thrown my way as a fit retortish Irishman.
That's tough. That's tough to hear. I wish you guys had something like what we have over here. Well, listen, this has been a really...
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Leslie.
Right.
Once a year, what they'll do is they'll take a fat Irish retard like myself, and they'll dress him up like a leprechaun and chain a rock to him and chase him through the town, and you gotta run away because they're gonna take your gold.
Oh, so they dress you up like a leprechaun and give you a little satchel of gold pieces, and then they chase you?
That's right, Leslie. That's a yearly tradition here in Ireland.
Beautiful. I wish I'd love to take part.
It's our running of the bulls if you're familiar with Spain.
Yeah, I am. Where they release the bulls, so instead of animals, they just release like somebody who's like a mentally retarded adult.
That's right.
And do they give you like any sort of? Do they give you a bunch of Kool-Aid beforehand to like kind of get you hyper?
They give you lots of Kool-Aid. They tell you that if you keep every gold coin you keep on you, that's one action figure you can buy with it. You can exchange it for an action figure of your choice. Of course, I wanted every Paw Patrol figure that they have, so I tried, but you just can't win because there's about 80 or 90 people there who are just. You get maybe, if you're lucky, you get 30 to 40 feet before people are just pounding, just pounding you into the pavement, trying to get those gold places wherever you've got hidden.
That's terrible. I want you to win. I want nothing but good stuff for you. But that's
Thank you, Leslie.
That ship sailed a long time ago. I know that. Well, listen. Any parting? So basically, what we're exploring is limitations. I don't think somebody like you needs a lecture in, the experience of limitations and the.
It wouldn't stick on me if you did.
Exactly.
It just wouldn't stick. I can't learn well, so lectures are, to some people, lectures are like it's like a Gatorade to them, but to me, it's a kryptonite.
Right. It makes you sleepy.
It's like it makes me ill when if someone tries to teach me something. Yeah. It's not time that
let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Jumping up and down and yelling.
Well, let's not do that. Let's not do that to you. Well, listen. Any final message about limitations or anything like that before we move on tonight?
It's always when the Paw Patrol works as a team that they get things done. So your limitations, you have them, and as a group, also don't get things done as a group.
All right, let's leave it right there. Namaste to you, the Irish retard. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Hi, cha-chai. I'm Irish. Hi, cha-chai. Hot to try. Kissing me blarney stone. Hi, cha-chai. Hi, cha-chai. 872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. Making our limitations work for us. Doesn't smell that bad, Logan. That's how I know when to switch the mic, though. Is if it starts to smell. Namaste, not Mish. Blessings to you. Not Mish has joined chat.
Brad, good to see you, Bradley. Namaste. Yeah. 613, Chris. Shared microphones can be gross. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hi, Big L. It's just me, Johnny.
It's Johnny?
Yeah, I was doing like a Jen joke. She called, she said, hi, Big L, it's just me, Jenny. Just me. It's just me, Johnny.
Oh, Johnny, I get it. Johnny, how are you, Johnny? How are you, Johnny?
I'm all right.
That's good to hear.
How, cold one.
Tonight, listen, let's just jump right into the deep end tonight, Johnny. Making our limitations work for us. Johnny, talk to me. What are some of your limitations?
Well, I don't like talking. I mean, I'm bad at it. I get mush mouth. I don't like saying things that other people like to hear. Like, I don't know what people like to hear. And I'm a little guy. I'm just a little guy.
You're just a little fella. You're lightweight. You're small. You're wayfish. You don't have a lot of strength, upper or lower body. Am I hearing you right?
Really, I'm strong enough. I can get the job done. But like visually, the small guy.
Right. So, okay. So maybe you're saying just on a personal level, an energy level, vibrational level, you're small.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Like people, they might not notice you in a room. They'll look right at you and not even realize they're looking at a person.
Yeah, that's how it feels. Yeah, sure.
That's how it feels. I would say most likely that's how it feels because that's how it is. How does that feel to hear?
Good.
Interesting. Okay, so you're a little guy, and I'm going to repeat this back to you just to make sure I'm hearing it right. You said, was it that you like to tell people what they like to hear? Was that it, or what did you say?
No, I say I don't know. I don't know what people like to hear. I don't know. I don't try to say that. I don't have anything like that I want to say.
No, but okay. So you said you have a question mark. You don't even know what they want to hear.
I don't know what they want to hear.
Namaste. Hold space for my tribe. Blessings and namaste to friend of the stream and the followers also. We have a big tent, and hold space for my tribe's energy is absolutely welcome here. Oh yeah, Jesus. Oh yeah, Jesus. Hold space. Namaste. Thank you for that sub. 22 goddamn months. Welcome, Stinklord. Welcome, Stinklord. Uncle Krosov. Good to see you, you son of a bitch. Namaste to you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for bringing your gaggle over here, Hold Space. Comedic with 25 bits and a quote. Namaste.
No amount of insight or expertise can prepare you for the depth of failure that accompanies looking really scared and shitting your pants before you pass away.
Yep, nothing. Not a single goddamn religion or personal power system can prepare you for the moment of looking like a scared little idiot and then shitting your pants. Namaste. Real quick affirmation for fellas. If you're looking for something to get into, just get into thinking about dying, thinking about lowering yourself into the earth. Okay, now back to you, Port. You don't know what people want to hear, and does that make you feel? How does that make you feel to not know what they want to hear?
Fine, I guess. I don't think I mean, I'm fine.
Well, it does. So, what's a time that you noticed that you couldn't tell?
Oh, that's all the time. Like if I'm in a group of people and it's like kind of awkward, if you could choose to say something in a full space, I'm just usually not going to.
Right. I mean, does it? Are there any times that you'd wish you knew something to say to fill that space?
Oh yeah. I mean, like that'd be cool to be like a normal conversational, like the average conversational skill. Where you sound like a normal person. You know, like if I could be like a normie passing, that'd be cool.
Right, but it's just not happening. You're just sitting there quiet, waiting for the moment to pass. You know, a lot of people might say that this is it would be a skill to have, and you're right. You know, because those kind of people that know how to manage the energy around them relieve other people of themselves in the present moment, because they get to fill the space and make people feel good. And life tends to work out just a little bit better on average for those people than for people like you.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't necessarily, like I'm sure you catch. I'll bet you catch more, like significant vibes with people that you can actually hang out with and actually connect to. But other than that, people probably don't feel that comfortable around you.
Oh yeah.
And ultimately, I don't know, it may be hard to keep this in perspective, but listen, if there's anybody else in chat that can relate to what we're talking about right now, your life in general, again, hard to see like when you're embedded in it, but from my perspective as a therapist, your life in general is of a lower quality because you lack that skill.
That's right.
Now, can you imagine, do you ever play the game where you just imagine what your life would be like if you had that skill? What would you be doing? Who would you be? What would your activities be? Who would you be around?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would be different. It would look pretty normal, and I bet.
Right.
At least, but not too different, just a little bit.
Maybe you have like a normal job that paid more money.
Yeah, maybe like I'd have a full-time job. Like I'd already, I'd probably.
People would just kind of, they might project onto you like, oh, this guy gets it. Let's give him opportunities. They don't think that about you now.
No, they don't. Yeah, it takes like I'll grow on people, but I do not leave a good first impression.
I'll bet you do with the mentally ill.
Yeah, sometimes.
I would say you've got probably a better batting average with them than some of these normal people, but
yeah, I feel like with the mentally ill, I can kind of boss up on them a little bit, and maybe they'll think I'm cool. Like I could be like that. Maybe they can see themselves like being like,
right,
slightly less mentally ill.
Right, exactly. Like you're a little bit of a whisperer, I'll bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, missing out on some riveting conversations about the weather. Arcane Services, blessings to you. Thank you. Well, Arcane, you could have called and talked about a woman, but you took a defeat. You took the defeat. I called you, I labeled you a man, and you took the L. Arcane. You going to take that laying down, or you going to call in and talk about the disability of being a woman? All right. So listen, Johnny. Have you ever like tried in an earnest way to attain this skill?
Oh, no. I don't think I mean, a little bit, somewhat, through our normal polite conversation exercises.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, a little bit. I get a little bit better at it. It's just not. But then I find I don't really enjoy it anyway.
So there's just like a genuine deficit inside of you. It's not even like a skill. Some people learn new skills because they really want to learn, but you don't even want to learn.
Oh yeah, that's what I've discovered recently. I think it's I don't give a shit, and I don't care most of the time. I don't care how you're doing. I don't care how your weekend was. I'm confused why you want to know how my weekend was.
Right. And we can see, ladies and gentlemen, that the corner that Johnny finds himself in is not only natural, but also deserved. Well, namaste, Johnny. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Tonight I'm getting down to business. Tonight's not about the jazz, it's not about the energy, it's not about the the colorful fireworks, pizzazz. I'm getting down to business. It's pure program tonight on Explorations. Did the sun take its toll? I was barely outside. I mean, I'm constantly lifting the burden of you and the other explorers. Maybe that's what you see in my face, Logan. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Leslie, it's Raji guys.
Namaste, Raji. How are you tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm wicked. I've been drinking, but I'm good. Fucking good for
Listen, yeah, so you've been drinking. I didn't understand anything else you said.
I'm wicked. I'm class.
You're wicked. You're class, you said?
Yes, I.
That's awesome. No, I love this slang. I love getting the sort of the British slang. What are some other slang words you could teach us?
Let's see. We got muckle. That's a lot.
That's a loss? A muckle?
Muckle. Muckle means like a lot, like as in like loads.
How would you use it in a sentence?
Yeah, I've got muckle fucking beers in my house.
I'm gonna have to revisit the VOD and learn that. But continue.
Well, you want us to tell you more slang?
Yeah, give me one more.
First school, swamper. A swamper is like a disgusting lass, one that you would be pulling on right at the end of a night out if you're unlucky. You know what I mean?
Right, a swamper.
A swamper, yeah, like a lass from the swamp.
Right. Okay, I like that one because we all know what that is. We imagine that very quickly.
Yeah, man.
A swamper. Yeah, well, I like that. So that's fun. Thank you so much for.
Did you say you like a swamper? You love a swamper, you?
What'd you say?
Did you say you like a swamper?
No, I just like the term. I mean, it's a very evocative term. I mean, I've known swampers. That's for damn sure.
Fuck yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they're all over the place. They can be a real handful.
tell me.
They could be a real damn handful. You might think, oh, this might be fun. Nope. Well, listen, Raji, tonight we're talking about limitations, how to make our limitations work for us. Raji, what's one of your limitations that you live with every day?
Right. Let's see. I do not respond to men in the slightest. I don't seek the approval or attention of men.
Interesting. Okay. Can you speak about that a little bit? I'm trying to. What's an example?
See, I grew up exclusively around women because there was no men around, and so I think due to that, whenever a man comes around me, I am either completely uninterested or repulsed.
Interesting. Completely uninterested or repulsed. What, like, does this, so do you hang out with men ever?
No.
No.
Only if I have to, which is pretty much work exclusive, yeah.
And, but you're never, like, going to get drinks with the blokes?
No.
No. And you consider this to be a limitation, right? You know, it's interesting because Azrael, namaste, gifting a sub to John W. Thompson. Please enjoy that sub. Very generous of you, Azrael. Namaste. Now, you know, it's interesting. Sometimes when I ask people what their limitations are, they offer something that you might not necessarily think from the outside as a limitation. But when they offer it, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you experience it as a limitation. So you experience this sort of aversion to men as a limitation. Now, what do you consider a limitation, so to speak, not just a preference?
Well, I'm pretty much cutting off half of the population in terms of like, and also I think
John W. Thompson is pro-Israel. John W. Thompson sharing big ups to you, Israel. Finally answering the question we've all been wondering. How does John W. Thompson feel about the recent current events happening in and around Israel? John W. Thompson, pro-Israel. Clip it and ship it. Now, continue.
I forgot where I was.
Why do you consider it a limitation and not a preference?
Well, you see most men enjoy the company of other men, and they hang out with other men, and they go and watch the football, and they talk about women and all that kind of shit, and they talk about their cars,
right,
and what DIY they're doing in their house and shit like that. And yeah, I don't have that.
Right, you just don't have the. Do you feel when you see it sometimes? I know it's you probably mostly. I would imagine mostly it feels just like a preference because you just don't want it normally.
I wouldn't say that. I say I don't know how to talk to men because I've not had men in my life from a young age. So that is, in that sense, I feel like it's a limitation rather than a preference.
Right, like there's a question mark there, and sometimes when you watch the blokes, you know, talking about football, talking about their girls, etc., is this something that do you ever have a feeling of like, man, I kind of wish I could do that?
A little bit, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I can totally understand that, yeah. Where there's just like there's a richness to their interaction and you're just kind of like cut out of it.
There's also like a simplicity to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about like very sort of tangible things that are very matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's different with women.
Right. No. Yeah, it's different. There's a totally different style. Tell us about the difference. What differences would you say there are?
Well, I don't know. I think to be a woman, there's a lot of sort of intangibles that go along with it, and there's also, sort of calendar-related things, and it's a lot more complex than just like what engine you've got in your fucking BMW.
Yeah, and the simplicity, the relative superficiality of it, the like kind of distance of it is actually like that's kind of implied is kind of just kind of throws you off, a little off-putting.
The simplicity. I don't even know if it's the simplicity. It's literally it's the. I guess there's no relation. There's no like relatable shit because I have not grown up with a man. There's no men, and so I've never been shown how to fix a car or like any of that kind of shit. And so yeah, there's just like a what the fuck you're talking about,
Right. So I would say as a therapist, though, I would say what seems like simplicity is just your alienation. Like what seems like, oh, this is just so simple. Because that's the thing, fellas like to act like their interactions are simple, and they're just as complicated in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I can see that.
They just navigate them differently and connect through them differently. But it sounds like you just, like you said a couple times already. You grew up with women. You have no fucking idea of how to relate to men. Do they scare you?
A little bit, yeah. I remember when I was a teenager, and I had some male friends, and we did all right, but it was mainly just drinking. But I remember it's specifically like older men, and because I know how to hold a man in my life, and I remember my friend's a male friend, his dad. We were at his birthday party. And this male friend's dad comes up to me, specifically me, and he comes up and he's like, I heard you're bisexual, right? And he's like, it's fine by me, And if you want, you can. We play pool every Thursday down by the pub, and if you want to come down. We're always playing pool down at the pub on Thursday, that kind of thing. And so, I find, I do find older men scary because usually this was the interaction with a lot of older men in my youth. Cause you've seen me. I'm even though I'm 32, I'm quite a smooth-skinned sort of androgynous looking lad. So when I was a teenager, this was even more so. I was basically, I looked like a fucking loss. And so the older men in society, typically their interactions with me were trying to get me to suck their dick, basically. And so
So they see this sort of this like smooth-faced, like little seal boy, and they want, and generally they want something from you because you're exotic.
Exactly. Yes.
Poor brings up something interesting I was thinking about earlier, and this is a common thing. I'm a therapist, so I think like this. It's my bias. It's my framework. But Poor brings up an interesting point. Growing up with lame men has the same effect as if you have a weak father figure.
I could see that, yeah. If your dad's just like a pushover.
Yeah. It makes
yeah.
it makes generally speaking, and there's this can shape in a lot of different ways, but generally speaking, what you'll see is with men there will be an alienation from other men or from their own male experience, and then a lot of the women, when there's a weak father figure, that they'll be seeking out something in men. They're a little more aggressive, a little more with higher standards, more aggressive. And that aggression can look at a number of different ways, but yeah, having fathers who are either absent or negligent or just kind of retarded or just pussies, it can breed exactly what you're talking about. Does that resonate with you at all?
A little bit, yeah. Do you think you could beat up your dad?
Before or after he died?
I'd say in his prime. I'd say you in your prime and he in his prime.
100%.
Do you think you could take him?
It'd be easy to break his mind. Yeah.
Was he as tall as you?
No, I'm tall. I was tall. Yeah.
Fair fox.
It was. Well, listen, just to take a step back and revisit the theme a little bit, because you've given us a lot of really nice information to work from. But in terms of limitations, there was a little bit of a resonance with what Poor shared, growing up without a strong father figure, and strong, not even in a traditional sense, just like an actualized man who is embodying any kind of masculinity, any version of it, in an affirmative sense. You don't have that. Limitations. You watch the blokes at the football games talking about engines and fingering their girls, and you're out to lunch playing, bisexual Barbies with the other youthful weirdos.
Well, I was doing a bit of fingering myself, but
hell yeah, you were. Hell yeah, you were. But I mean, like, you weren't talking about it, at the pub with the other.
Yeah, I wasn't getting the lads. Yeah, I wasn't getting the lads at the pub to sniff me fingers. No.
Exactly. And you might go your whole life without that. It's not looking good. It's not looking like you're going to turn this boat around.
Nah.
You might always just be an exotic, androgynous, handsome little charmer that, much like Johnny, we were speaking to Johnny earlier, whispering to the weirdos, whispering to the mentally ill, whispering to the rejects, but ultimately, you're sitting there holding your own bag, looking in from the outside. Yep. Sounds lonely.
A little bit, yeah. But I fucking, I attract the bisexuals. The bisexuals love me.
Right. Well, if only that was enough, right? If only that was enough.
If only it was, yes.
Namaste. Well, listen, Raji, you've been really contributing a lot lately, and I want to just thank you for your generosity of spirit lately.
Don't worry about it.
Well, listen, you have are you gonna keep drinking tonight? Or are you done?
Oh, I'm well done, mate. I was done a while ago.
All right. Well. Thanks for getting. Oh, thanks for the slang lesson. That was fun.
No, so I'll try to think of more for you next time.
Yeah, think of more, because that was a little treat.
Right,
that was a treat. All right, namaste, Raji.
Namaste, my guy. In a bit.
Namaste. What a wonderful young man, huh? What a wonderful young man. We learned about swampers. We learned about swampers. Ooh, Amelia. Namaste. Amelia's with us tonight, everybody. Swampers? A swamper is just like a disgusting slut. It's their word for like disgusting whore. Probably poor, probably mentally ill. Am I right? Raji, can you confirm that? That was what I got from what you shared. Yeah, but a lot lizard's like a specific, a specific phenomenon. You can't. You're not going to see like a lot lizard at like an all ages club or something. I guess you could. It'd be confusing. They're playing bass nectar at the all ages club, and there's some like a lot lizard hanging out, doing lines, smoking crack, smoking a pipe. Yep, Raji confirmed what I was sharing. K-Hole and the Swampers, that's like a band. Bass Nectar. Any other Bass Nectar fans in chat? Orbcast, namaste. The line's open. I was never a big Bass Nectar fan, I'm gonna be honest. Logan the Brogan, you have nothing to apologize for ever. Logan the Brogan, I'm on a level that you can't fathom. Let's just put it that way. EDM is for sluts. I remember the first time I saw somebody do the like light glove thing. Yeah, Laser Shark, that's what I was trying to say. The lot lizards are specific to like that's a specific context. You're going to find a lot lizard. A swamper, what Raji was trying to get at, swamper is a British slang for disgusting whore. Like a filthy slut. Eight 872-205-9484. Do swampers have to be ugly? Yeah, because if you're hot, you can't. I think swamp is got like a not like a economic class thing, but it's like the vibe I'm getting from swamper is like disgusting. Like you're down here. If you're hot and nasty, you can still be hot is the thing. Like if you, I'm trying to think, like if you're just conventionally hot, like if you're disgusting and you're like toned with cheekbones, or if you have huge tits, you can be disgusting, and I would imagine you're not a swamper. Is calling girls foids okay? It's fine with me. I hear it all the time. I work with a lot of men and women who use that word. This is the most active the chat has been tonight. Hiplet. Oh, I know where foid comes from. It's their word. Hiplet. Hiplet sounds too cute. Is it supposed to be mean? Hiplet sounds too cute. Or like a very specific part of the hip. Yeah. George Floyd, say his name. Christopher Floyd. Pink Floyd. Floyd Lopian tubes. Angela Floyd Weber. This is good. We're shaking the tree and getting some fruit out right now. This feels good. Dan Ackfoyd. Laser Shark is dropping some dick sucking offer story. Hold on. I have a female friend that was in a bad way and living out of a motel at the time. She asked me for a ride to buy basic shit, and I paid for all of her stuff. She was in a worse spot than me. She offered to suck my dick like 5 times after that as a sign of gratitude. I'm like, dude, I'm your friend. I'm just trying to help. Wonder how good it would have been, though. Probably not great. Probably weird, right? You walk out of like a... Would you go to like a Walmart or something and like be nice and... I don't know. Sigmund Freud. That's a good one. That's a good one. I just imagine. I winced because I imagined an improv team named Sigmund Freud. And it like made me want. It made like I was like, oof. But then if an improv team, I don't know. No, probably sucks. That team probably sucks. Yeah, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like peeing. She said her head skills are awesome. My head skills are... I'm a level 70 head skill. My cat's head at 5th level. These are not the foids you're looking for. Arcane Services, namaste. Gifting a sub to Logan the Brogan. I've always had my abs at absolute minimum. So, if anybody wants to complain, womp womp. Maybe, Namaste, Pond Scum. Addicted to porn, not a good person. Namaste. I guess I've graduated. Thanks, Guru. That's 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get some namastes? 48 months. 48 months with Pond Scum. Pond Scum getting the 4-year badge on that username. And it looks gorgeous on you, Pond. It looks absolutely gorgeous on you. Somebody said pink foil already, Fram. Somebody said that already. Yeah, that's amazing. Amazing stuff. Pond Scum. Can you guys hear it every time I smell the mic? Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name's Leslie. What's up I can call you tonight?
It's just poor.
Poor. Namaste, brother.
Namaste.
I'm just getting ready for a Jazz Express.
Ooh. Doot doot. I must be JP Cat. Doot doot.
Did you say VJP Cat? Is she here?
Yeah, I miss her. Yeah, I miss her. Shout her out. Shout out real quick. I don't know, she's mad at me. Have a big Stooges thing.
Didn't listen to a damn thing you just said. What'd you say?
It's okay. Oh, it's okay. I was just going to talk over the toot toot.
Oh, yeah. I'll keep tooting. You keep talking.
It's cute, man. I like to hear it. VJP Cat invited me to do this thing back in January or December. I didn't really have much going on, but I felt like I had a lot going on. I tried, and I couldn't finish the project. I haven't seen VJP Cat since. Where's VJ Man of Me? Hanging out, and that's all. Except for when Coop does it, she's like a hawk.
You're a little soft.
Good.
So poor, what's, what do you think, if you could do one thing to make the program worse, what would you do?
I would make it nicer. Like, not nicer, like, more supportive. Like, not like chat or however, but just like, if you modify the program to accommodate more people, not more people. Wow, this is having. No, like if you were to make it more palatable in a way that felt like a compromise. I think if the program were a compromise in any way, it would be worse. I think everybody is living in your life. attractive. You're just, down and use the program. Sure, it's already kind of in a way where if they found it later, it would have too much effect on them if they found it like while they're at rock bottom. It just so happens that people run the program at their lowest point. It depends how low. You have to be, you know. You're not gonna be able to see it.
What? All right, thanks for calling in, poor Namaste.
No.
Mike Jack.
Namaste. Nigel, 33 bits. Azrael, 100 bits. Namaste. Pierogi. This man is talking so quiet. Namaste to you for pushing the train along on his tracks. A couple seconds left. Beautiful chance to explore tonight. That's why aliens don't visit us, says Bajib. Namaste to you. Guys, let's put a little raid together. Who we raiding? Who we raiding? Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out together. Who we raiding tonight? Wow, I want to say what a crazy Jazz Express this was. It was. It felt something. It felt special. Yes, Pendleton? Is our boy Pendleton on? He only had yep, he is. Let's do it. Let's raid. Friend of the Explorer himself. Many don't know that, but I've been working one-on-one with this young man for quite some time now. One of the preeminent, artists of our time, and ask him how much the program has done to affected him personally, financially, creatively. He has put in the work here, and you can see it all over his output on his catalog of achievements. Let's go ahead and get a nice little raid for Brother Pendleton Ward. And also let's put the credits up. Guys, we'll be back. We'll be back another stream. Private stream this Saturday. If you're in the community of Devoted Light, welcome Arcane Services. And also Namaste again. I'll add you to the Discord. But we'll be doing a private community of Devoted Light stream this Saturday on our private server. If you're interested in accessing that, we'll be doing a very special somatic nature exercise on our privately hosted situation, free from TOS, free from ads, the program as it was meant to be. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. Of course, Grandpa. Of course, Socio. Not Mish, namaste to you. Poor blessings. Alien, Logan, namaste. Let's get a little raid going over to Sir Pendleton of the ward. Namaste, everybody. Guys, Community of Devoted Light, I'll see you Saturday. Otherwise, if you can't afford it, let that be a lesson in and of itself. But I'll see you on Tuesday. Namaste, everybody. Thanks for being here, though. Genuinely good. We're really down to business, really down to brass tacks tonight. I appreciated the calls, even though they were sparse. They got down to business, and I appreciated it. I'll see you guys all very soon. Namaste.